I've been getting a few questions about RAM recently, and it's mostly just about confusion with the different memory speeds. So let's clear some of these misconceptions up, and see if RAM speed really does affect performance in a noticeable way. Okay, so the common misconception that surrounds memory is that faster RAM is outright better. So to get to the bottom of this and get an answer, we ran 2 instances of Cinebench R15 on our i3-8350K overclocked to 4.5 GHz. Between our tests, we swapped out the RAM from 16 gigs of 2400 MHz to a much faster 16 gig kit running at 3200 MHz. After rerunning the test, I gotta say, there isn't much of an improvement. The more expensive DDR4 did come out on top, but only by an unnoticeable 1% margin. To check for other gains, we underclocked our 3200 MHz kit down to 2666 MHz, and after rerunning the test, the results showed another minimal gain to performance over the 2400 MHz kit. But just for giggles and grins, we ran a couple of gaming benchmarks, just to see if there are any real-world advantages you get for running faster memory. We first tested Black Ops 4, and after our blackout benchmark using 16 gigs of both memory speeds, the results are within margin of error of each other. GTA 5 was also the exact same in terms of comparison between the two different types of memory, and any gain you do see is almost minuscule. Apex Legends was also incredibly close in comparison, and in reality you wouldn't even notice the extra frame here or there. In fact, based on what we ran, there doesn't seem to be a difference between the two different speeds in terms of real-world performance. So if you're looking at some higher clock DDR4, just save the money and go with some 2400 or even 2666 MHz instead. In fact, the one aspect that will impact performance more than anything else is the amount of memory available to your system. Now, this isn't necessarily true with Ryzen CPUs, as the Infinity Fabric actually benefits a ton from higher clocked memory, and so do almost all currently available APUs. But as you can see from this Black Ops 4 run, there's a drastic improvement to performance simply by increasing the amount of available memory, up to a 17% improvement in some cases. Sure, having faster memory can be beneficial if you've got the money to spend, but at the end of the day, most consumer-grade CPUs just don't see a noticeable real-world jump in performance when you slot the high-end stuff in. It's best to spend your budget on more RAM, rather than faster RAM. But that's not to say to cheap out on your system memory. There are plenty of great options available, and a past sponsor, TimeTech, produces some incredible value DDR4 that will not only get the job done, but will be nice on your wallet. When it really comes down to it, the speed of your RAM is much less important than a lot of people think. Now, is there a performance bump? Well, sorta. These numbers are within margin of error, and if we reran these benchmarks, then we could very well see the exact same results. But from the testing we did, there just doesn't seem to be a bump to performance that's anywhere close to being worth the extra cash. Just save your money, or put it towards more DDR4. In the end, you'll be much happier with your purchase. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and click the bell icon so you'll be notified about all our future uploads. Also, if you're interested in participating in the 2000 subscriber RX 480 giveaway, then the link to enter will be in the description, and it should only take a minute or two to have multiple entries. And also tell us, what do you think of our results? Do you think we should have tested in different scenarios, or is there something we forgot? Tell us what you think. I can't wait to see what you have to say, and I hope you have a fantastic day. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.